Hey friends, today we're going to learn about something called abstract art. That's pronounced abstract. Do you guys know what the word abstract means? Well, I am here to teach you. So I'm going to share my screen. Here we go. All right, so abstract art is all about line, shapes, and colors. You guys are used to hearing me talk about those three things, right? Those are very important elements of art: line, shape, and color. So abstract art is not intended to look realistic. All right, so these are two great examples of abstract art. All right, because what do we see here? We see lines, right? We see long lines, thick lines, colorful lines, crisscrossing lines, um, wiggly, wavy lines, some bumpy lines. We see shapes, we see circles, triangles, and we see color, right? All types of nice colors in this painting. Also over here, this is by an artist named Kimmy Cantrell. This is actually a mask made out of clay that he painted, right? And so even though it does look like a face or a mask, it's still abstract because you don't really see real people that look like this, right? Not unless they had a lot of makeup on, right? But people don't naturally look like this, right? So that's why that's called abstract. Okay, so let's look at some more examples. Okay, how about these two examples? Which one focuses mostly on line, shape, and color and does not look realistic? Is it one or two? Well, if you pick number one, you are correct. It is number one. Let's look at another example. Okay, now which painting here is abstract? Hmm. Well, this one, we can see it's a painting of a flower. Looks like a rose. It almost looks like a photograph, right? But we could see that someone's hand is here and they're holding a paintbrush, so they're actually painting it, right? But it looks real, um, otherwise known as realistic, right? So if this looks realistic, that means it's not abstract. And over here, we can see some lines and shapes. It kind of looks like a guitar. It kind of looks like maybe a table or a chair. I can't quite make out exactly what it is. Maybe back here it looks like a window, right? But we can't quite tell exactly what it is because it's not realistic. And that means that it's abstract. So the answer would be number two. Let's look at another one. Which painting here is abstract? Take a good look. Number two is a landscape. Looks like a nice stream. Looks pretty realistic, right? And number one, wow, what does this look like to you? Kind of looks like a face, right? Kind of looks like eyes, a nose, and a mouth, but it's definitely not realistic, right? It's the artist is concentrating more on the use of colors, right? Colors and shapes and lines. So the answer is number one. Okay, last one. Now look at these two beautiful paintings. Which one is abstract? If you pick number one, you are correct, right? Because the colors in this painting are definitely not realistic, right? Okay, so let's go back to looking at that painting that we looked at in the beginning. This is a painting made by a famous artist named Wassily Kandinsky. And he was a famous artist who loved to listen to music while he painted. The sounds in the music would make him think of certain lines, shapes, and colors. So Kandinsky, the artist, he painted the way that he thought music sounded. Have you ever listened to music while you were painting or coloring? Look at the photo here. What does it look like is happening? Right? It looks like the guy's listening to music, but he's imagining all of these swirly colors and shapes, right? So that's kind of what Kandinsky did. When he listened to music, he imagined that the sounds were colors and shapes and lines. And that's what we're going to practice doing today. So I'm going to show you how to use this really cool website called Chrome Music Lab, this right here, and I have the link in the assignment. So after you watch me demonstrate, you can go and click on the link and try this yourself. So this website is so cool and you're gonna see why. Okay, so down here, when you go to the link, down here you have these three little buttons that will pop up. I'm just gonna choose this one first. Now, the different colors will make different sounds. So I'm gonna stick with this one. And I'm going to use, I don't have an iPad, but I'm using my trackpad to draw. So I'm just going to use my finger here. I'm going to draw some zigzag lines. Ooh. See what happens? Now I'm going to draw some wavy lines. Maybe another zigzag line. Now watch what happens when you hit play. So cool, right? So the lines that I just made created a song. Right, let's try another color. Yes, reset. Okay, I'm gonna try a different color. How about this one? Now I'm going to use spirals. Can you draw spirals? Kind of look like flowers, right? I'm going to overlap these spirals. Do another small one over here. One more over here. Okay, now I'm going to hit play. Awesome. Okay, stop. Now I'm going to try one more with shapes. Now, let me see if I'm going to pick the last color that I didn't use yet. Okay, the orange and the yellow. Now I'm going to try to draw some shapes. I'm going to draw a triangle. That was a cool sound. I'm going to draw a circle. Whoa. I'm going to draw a square. I like that sound. And what other shape should I draw? How about a heart? Ooh, all right. Now let's see what happens when I press play. Cool. All right. Well, I hope that you have fun playing with that website because I really did when I found out about it. Okay, so I'm gonna stop sharing. Okay, so for this part of the lesson, what I want you guys to do is to make an abstract drawing or painting with whatever type of materials you have at home by listening to music, just like Wassily Kandinsky did. Okay, so let's take a look real quickly at that painting one more time before we get started. Here it is. This one right here, okay? So what he did when he was in his art studio was he put on music and he just painted what he heard. Okay, so we're going to be inspired by some different music that I picked out off YouTube. You can listen to any kind of music that you like. I just chose a variety of different types of music just to make it interesting, okay? But you can choose whatever type of music you like. Okay, so before you start the music, I suggest that you get a few markers, crayons, colored pencils, whatever you plan on coloring with or drawing with, get them ready right here. So you can just pick them up as you listen to the music, so you have it all ready next to you. Okay, so I chose 3 different types of music. Let's start with the ballet music first. Remember, you're doing this your way. You're not copying mine. I'm just showing you an example of how I might do this. Okay, let's choose a different type of music. Okay, this is a traditional Japanese music. What does this music make you think of? I love this music. All right, let's try one more different type of music, and let's see how it inspires us, how it makes us want to move our hand around on the paper. Okay, there's no right way or wrong way to do this. It's however you interpret it. Okay, so here we go. All right, I can't wait to see how yours came out. I actually tried this exercise a few times. My second one came out like this one here. But the first one I tried came out like this. All right, so draw whatever you feel, whatever you hear, and just have fun with this, okay? Can't wait to see your drawings on Flipgrid.